In this video, we will see the fourth step for us to be able to configure a new transactional currency. In our example, we are configuring the GBP currency. And what we need to do next is create the journals to be able to enter GBP transactions and post those to the general ledger. So let's see that next step, which basically is going to the GL module, going to the journal definition screen, creating a new source journal for GBP. Then we will create a new converted reporting currency from transactional currency journal. So in this case, converted US dollars from GBP journal. And then we will enter the conversion mapping in the currency conversion module. Let's take a look at that process. So for this process, we will go to the general ledger, go to journal definitions, and go ahead and enter the ledger ID, the entity. So in this case, we'll do it for this company. And then we'll enter the new journal code. So depending on the naming convention, here we have something very, it's alphanumeric basically, so letters. There are other cases where we have, say, numeric approach. So say, for example, many systems I've set up, 02 is for AP invoices. So in this case, we'll do 02. So let's say we're going to do invoices and disbursements for this transactional currency, which is GBP. So we would do, for example, 02, and GBP being the fourth currency in the system, 4, and 0 indicating source. So that's a naming convention. So it would be, in this case, AP transactions GBP source. That's one way to set it up. Another way would be in letters, as I just showed. So in this case, we have, say, AP. So we're going to call it AP invoices GBP source. That's another way to do it. I'm going to stick with the numeric case. So 02 for AP invoices and credit memos, debit memos, advances. 4 for GBP, 0 for source. So this one's going to be AP transactions GBP source. And then we'll say it's automated. At a minimum, we want to use this transactional currency for AP transactions, so I'll do this one. And the transaction code is going to be the one I set up just a moment ago in the prior video. So now we have that, and now we need the same journal, but US dollars converted from GBP. So in this particular naming convention, 02 is for AP, 1 would be for dollars, US dollars, and 4 is the source. So in this case, we'll have a journal that's AP invoices or AP transactions, US dollars converted from GBP. So this is a naming convention, right? You could have something different, such as AP invoices USD converted from GBP. Right? So whatever you have in your system, be consistent with the naming convention. So I'm going to use this other naming convention. So in this case, using this numerical naming convention, we have AP trans USD from GBP. It's going to be automated. We're going to use USD from GBP as the transaction code. We don't need to convert this because this is already converted, and save. So that's for AP invoices. We're going to do the same thing for AP disbursements. And if we're going to do for ART, we would configure for ART as well. But we're just going to leave it for AP here in this example. So 03 is disbursements, 40, so that's AP disbursements GBP source. And then we have 0314, which is AP disbursements USD converted from GBP. And that's the next step. We've set up the journals. Now we need to do the conversion mapping. To do that, we'll go to the currency conversion module. Once in the currency conversion module, we can go to the journal table administration by clicking there, or by going to the option here. We'll select the ledger, the entity, the currency. So in this case, we're going to do Great British Pounds converting to US dollars. And we'll select the source segment for GBP, which is this one, the converted segment for USD from GBP, which is this one. We'll do, say, multiply as the operator, and we'll use, we're missing a journal actually. We need to create that journal, which is the FX gain loss, in case we're going to be running FX gain loss. So let's say we're going to do 18 to be that 1.4 as an example. Actually, in the other systems, this is actually for realized. We do this one to 12 whenever we use this numbering scheme. So 1241 is realized X USD from GBP. $13.41 is unrealized. And $14.41 is the reversal. For the unrealized. So we'll map that in a moment here. After I created that, I need to exit and re-enter. I think I made a mistake with 14, and the naming convention was wrong, maybe 113.0214. So yeah, so I made a mistake with the naming convention. I did something like this, 12.141. This is wrong, actually, so I'll delete that. Same story with this one. I didn't follow the numbering convention, that's why I'm redoing this. It's actually 12.14. So this is realized FX USD from GBP. Unrealized. And reversing. Actually, it's reversing. Alright, now we can continue again here, doing the conversion mapping. USD from GBP. So calculate realized and unrealized. For realized, we will do this one. For unrealized, we will do that one. And then you would enter the accounts as required here for unrealized and then for realized. That's the full FQA that we need to enter. And then do the mappings. So in this case, we'll do 0240 converts to 0214. So that's AP transactions GBP source converts to AP transactions US dollars converted from GBP. And you would do that for all the journals that are going to have activity in GBP and convert to USD. And at this point, we're done with the we would be done with the setup here. We're missing the operator, and the mapping is complete.